Bicycles are uncomfortable, but this is the new way. I got a bike and a trike, and we're gonna go over why this is the old way and this is the new way. So the awesome thing about a recumbent trike is the reclined seat. This reclined seat is like a lazy boy seat, but on a trike we just have some wheels. And so it's like a lazy boy with wheels. Super comfortable. You can recline it the way you want it. You're just laid back and relaxed. The thing about a bike that makes it uncomfortable usually is the seat. You know what, that seat, it's usually hard. And even if you get the squishy seat, after a while, that squishy seat doesn't feel good on your butt anymore because they're small. Seats can be uncomfortable. In fact, if you're bouncing on the seat on the road a lot, you could end up with a bruised butt. And you could be like off your bike for days because your butt's so sore. You may not even want to sit down. Sometimes riding can be a real pain in the butt. And you know what the great thing about a recumbent trike is you're leaned back versus being leaned forward. And you got that comfortable, relaxed feel. The other challenge of a bike is being leaned over. When you lean over, like, oh, your back hurts, right? Or your wrists hurt, and you're all like, oh man, I wish I wasn't all leaned over. That's not the most comfortable position. There's no need to balance. And you always have a lawn chair. If you come up to a stop, you could go to eat your food at a picnic. You could go to a concert. You got your trike with you. You always got a nice seat right here, laid back and comfortable. And the cool thing about having the balance of a trike is there's no tipping over, no falling over. And so you don't have to worry about, am I gonna fall over? No, you got 3 wheels. And the other cool thing is you don't need a kickstand. So that is awesome. There's a risk of falling if you lose your balance on a bike. And the nice thing on a trike is you got 3 wheels and you don't have to worry about balancing because you're stable. So yeah, on a bike, you gotta still worry about that. All your body parts are suspended up in the air. So your wrists usually have a wrist rest. So they're just suspended and kind of floating in the air. Your legs are out here just floating in the air, so you don't have to worry about downward pressure on all your body parts here. Your back and your butt is kind of like in a hammock. You don't have to worry about all those extra pressures on your body. And with a bike, you're always having to like hold on tight. And so you gotta have good strength in your hands, and you always gotta find a new wrist position. You don't have a wrist rest. Well, maybe you do a little bit, but you're putting all that downward pressure on it. You're not relaxed and just resting them there. You're actually holding on tight because you don't want to be all crazy. You are comfortable while you ride the trike and after you ride the trike. You don't ever have to worry about, am I gonna be hurting when I get home? No, on a trike, because you're laid back and reclined, it's supporting your body so you don't have all the aches and pains and the downward pressure on your body. You're just relaxed without the pain. Sometimes you'll ride your bike and you'll be sore for days after. And that's just not fun. I want to be able to ride my trike and then ride the next day and the next day. But on the bike, you could be sore for days. Everybody that I know that owns a trike rides their trike more than they rode their bike because you're not in pain. I want to go out and ride today because I'm not going to hurt. It's comfortable and it's easy to ride. With a bike, you don't ride as much, especially if you're sore the next day. You want to be able to ride day after day and get that exercise. Whether you're riding for 15 minutes or 15 miles or for several hours, you ride more when you're comfortable. If you're uncomfortable, you're not going to ride as much. So you can make the decision for yourself whether you want to ride a bike or recumbent trike. But for me, hey, I'm gonna ride this.